Hello, my students. This is P. Venkateshwarlu, PG to Physics. Yesterday, we have to discuss about some topics in fluid mechanics, that is, mechanical properties of fluids. Today, I will discuss about Stokes' law. I will discuss about Metzelder Stokes' law. Stokes' law. Okay, it's visible. Stokes' law. See here, when fluid particles moves in another fluid. Okay, example. So consider air in which raindrop will falls down. Okay, understand? So consider a fluid. Okay, so that fluid belongs to viscous fluid. Viscous fluid means the layers of the fluids having some viscosity, means some dragging force or some friction between the layers of fluid. Okay, so for that consider air. Okay, so consider air, the density it is denoted sigma. So we know that. So in air which is at rest, consider air which is at rest, in which raindrop falls freely. In which raindrop falls freely. So in this case what happened? When raindrop falls through air means another fluid having viscosity, means the surface, the fluid which are near to the air drop, which are set into motion, which are in relative motion. Okay, so the layers of air or the layers of fluid away from the liquid particle which are rested. Okay, this causes the relative motion of the fluid layers. Okay, understand? So this causes some drag force, some backward and dragging force acting on the fluid. Okay, understand? That we can say force of viscosity or back dragging force. Understand? So once again I will explain my children. Okay, see, when fluid particle, when spherical body freely falls through any another fluid. Okay, in this case what happens? Some upward force is acting. Okay, we can take in the form of gases. So consider air. Okay, like air medium in which spherical body falls freely. Okay, so during the motion, the layers of fluid around the spherical body which is set into relative motion. So the layers of fluid away from the spherical body which are at rest. Okay, so understand, due to this some dragging force which is acting on the body, or backward dragging force or viscous force acting on the body, so which is the opposite direction of the weight of the spherical body. Understand? So I will explain in the form of diagram. Okay, so this is air, my listener. So this is air. This is air particle. In which spherical body falls freely. Okay, in this case what happened? The layer side of the spherical body which are set into motion. Okay, the layers away from the spherical body which are at rest, because fluid also at rest. Fluid at rest. So in this case, when this body moves, rest of the fluid means what happened? So beside the the side of the spherical body of the layers of fluid which are set into motion. Which are set into motion means there is a motion of fluid beside of the spherical body. The layers of fluid which are in relative motion than away from the spherical body. Okay, during this some backward dragging force is acting. Okay, that we can say force of viscosity. So once again, my children, so consider a fluid at rest, a spherical body falling through it. Okay, in this case some dragging force is acting on the spherical body. Understand? That back dragging or dragging force is called force of viscosity. Understand? Force of viscosity. So F, which is directly proportional to the density of the spherical body. Density of spherical body. And force of viscosity is directly proportional to the velocity of the body. Velocity. And force of viscosity which is directly proportional to radius of spherical body. Okay, so from this we have to write Fv directly proportional to rho Vr. So by removing this proportionality, we have to get 6 pi rho Vr. 6 pi rho Vr. Understand, my children? 6 pi rho Vr. 6 pi is the constant. 6 pi is some constant. Understand, my children? So this Fv is equal to 6 pi rho Vr. That backward dragging force which is acting on the body is called Stokes law. Okay, understand, my children? So what is Stokes law? When spherical body moves in a fluid which is at rest, example, a spherical body falls freely through a liquid which is at rest. In this case, what happens? Some back dragging force. Okay, some back dragging force which is acting on the body. Okay, which is acting on the body. That force we can say viscous force or force of viscous. Okay, understand, my children? Coming to next one, terminal velocity. Terminal velocity, my dear children. Terminal velocity, V suffix T. Okay, so coming to previous one, from the previous one, so what happened, my children? When spherical body falls through fluid at rest, in this case, what happened? Force of viscous force is acting. That we can say backward dragging force. We can say that is Stokes law. Okay, here what happened? Example: a raindrop falls through another fluid. Okay, a raindrop falls through another fluid which is at rest. Okay, which is at rest. Okay, understand? So while moving downward, weight is acting downward. Okay, in this case, buoyancy force or force of buoyancy or upthrust. Okay, upthrust. What is upthrust? When a body immersed in fluid, what happens? An upthrust is acting on the body. Is called upthrust. Understand? From Stokes law, force of viscous or viscous force which is acting opposite direction. Viscous force, weight of the body, weight of the body. Understand? See here, in this case what happened? When fluid particle or when spherical body, when spherical object, or when raindrop falling from some height towards the fluid. Okay, understand? Due to this motion, during this motion, the maximum velocity, the maximum speed or the maximum velocity acquired by a spherical body inside the fluid is called critical velocity. It is denoted Vt. Okay, so coming to the definition, what is critical velocity? The maximum velocity or the maximum speed acquired by a spherical body, example raindrop, which is in air is called what, my children? Critical velocity. The maximum velocity or speed acquired by a spherical body inside the fluid which is at rest is called critical velocity. Understand? So this is considered raindrop which is falls towards the fluid which is at rest. Okay, that fluid having density, it is sigma. Okay, so in this case what happened? Weight is acting downward. We know that according to free body diagram. So understand, whenever a body immersed in a fluid, buoyancy force is acting. That buoyancy force we can say upthrust. Okay, according to Stokes law, whenever a body flowing through another medium like air, so backward dragging force is acting due to the relative motion of the layers of the fluid. Okay, so that dragging force we can say force of viscous. Understand? By using this we have to find critical velocity. Understand? So by using this, what we have to take, what we have to say, upthrust plus viscous force is equal to what, my children? Weight of the liquid particle. So upthrust we can define as weight of the fluid displaced by the body. Okay, so understand, from Archimedes principle we can say, so the weight of the, how we can find the buoyancy force means, okay, when body immersed, the fluid come out. Okay, that fluid we can measure weight. Okay, that gives the buoyancy force. Means here raindrop is immersed in fluid, that is air. So some fluid is out from the container, that fluid which belongs to air. Okay, understand? So weight of the fluid displaced means what, Nana? Air, suppose air. Okay, next, viscous force, we know that viscous force is equal to weight. So what is weight? Weight of the liquid drop, raindrop. Okay, be careful. How we can find weight? mg, mass of air, acceleration due to gravity, plus viscous force. What is the formula from previous case? 6 pi nRV. Okay, next, weight of the raindrop. Okay, weight of the raindrop is equal to mg, mass of raindrop and acceleration due to gravity. Understand? Here mass of air, mass of fluid displaced, mass of the fluid displaced. How we can get means? Okay, we know that density of air is equal to sigma. Okay, which is equal to mass per unit volume. Understand? Volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So in this we have to take m is equal to volume into sigma. Okay, volume into sigma what? 4 by 3 pi r cube into sigma. Okay, so that is mass. 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma into g plus 6 pi n coefficient of viscosity r v is equal to mass of raindrop. So how we can find density of water drop is equal to mass per unit volume. M is equal to volume into density. Volume 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. Okay, understand? 4 by 3 pi r cube rho into g. My dear children, be careful here. Sigma, this is sigma. Sigma is the density of the fluid, means air. Density of air. And here rho is there. Density of spherical body. Density of water drop. Okay, density of water drop. Be careful, my dear children. Please remember it. Okay, so when fluid particle moves inside another one, spherical body moves in fluid. So in this case, weight acting downward, buoyancy force and force of viscous upward direction. According to free body diagram, we can write this equation: upthrust plus viscous force is equal to weight. Okay, upward force and downward force. So this upthrust, how we can find buoyancy force? So which gives the weight of the fluid displaced by the body. Okay, so whenever a body immersed in fluid, okay, so due to volume, some part of the fluid is displaced outside. We can measure that one. Okay, that will gives the upthrust. Understand? Weight of the fluid displaced in air. Okay, so viscous force, weight of the raindrop. Okay, so we know that every weight we can say mg plus 6 by nrv, that is equal to m r mass of raindrop, g acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so these are volume. Mass we can write what Nana? Volume into density. Okay, volume into density. Understand? So by using this equation, we have to find v. Okay, we can set this value into right side. Okay, medicine, remember it. Okay, so in this case, 6 pi eta into r into v, which is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cubed rho into g minus 4 by 3 pi r cubed sigma into g. Okay, in this case 4 by 3 pi r cubed common. Okay, then rho minus sigma into g. Okay, understand? Then 6 pi eta into r into v. In this case, pi gets cancelled. Here r gets cancelled. R square is there. 2 3s, 2 2s, 2 3s. Okay, 3 eta v is equal to 2 by 3 r square sigma rho minus sigma into g. Okay, from this how we can separate v? V is equal to 3 into 3, 9, 2 by 9 r square rho minus sigma into g divided by eta. Understand, my children? This we can say terminal velocity. V suffix t is equal to 2 by 9 r square rho minus sigma into g divided by eta. Okay, this formula will give the terminal speed or terminal velocity, my children. Okay, understand, my children? Be careful, which is very important derivation. Okay, understand? So in previous case we have to discuss Stokes law. Okay, so what is Stokes law means? What, my children? When a spherical body moves inside the fluid at rest, in this case what happens, some backward dragging force is acting. That back dragging force is called 6 pi nRV. That we can say Stokes law. In this case what happens, when fluid particle flows another fluid which having some viscosity. Okay, in this case what happens, suppose example you have to raindrop falls through air. Okay, in this case weight is acting downward and buoyancy force of viscous acting upward direction. So in this we have to take this formula. Okay, what might be children? Upthrust or buoyancy force plus backward dragging force, viscous force, is equal to weight of the raindrop. From that, by using different formulas, we have to get finally terminal velocity. What terminal velocity? Vt is equal to 2 by 9 r square rho minus sigma into g by eta. Okay, what is terminal velocity? The maximum speed of a spherical body or raindrop, so inside the fluid which is at rest, is called terminal velocity, which is given by Vt is equal to 2 by 9 r square rho minus sigma into g by eta. Okay, my children? Yes.